Hi everyone, I'm Rene, and we have
Raluca
with us with the American School of Hypnosis, and we'd like to welcome you all here tonight. And we are actually doing this because we like to talk live to you folks, and we're trying out a few new programs. We're using one called OBS, and we can share that with you later on if you want to learn about how we do things. And then in about another few days, a week, we're going to be doing another program where we can have people come on live in little boxes all over the screen. And then after that, we're going to combine the both. Oh, but the beauty about...
He always wants to put people in little boxes.
Yeah. But see, the neat thing about OBS is I can do things like this. Share my screen just by snapping my finger like that. See, hi! Isn't that cool? And go back. Or I could just share my screen and you're reading my notes so you know if you read the notes what we're going to be talking about. Okay. So let's see who we got. Hey, we have, I got to go backwards to see the notes. We have Tony and Connie and John, and see, Connie's from Las Vegas.
Giuliano from Brazil. Wow.
John is from, you're reading way ahead of me, from Wilmington, Delaware.
Caught a glimpse of it.
Sandy is from Plainville, Connecticut. And Tiny's from Chicago. Woo-hoo. And Giuliano from Brazil. So hi, Giuliano. How do you say hi in Brazilian? Hi? Hey, I might be lucky. I might have got it lucky. Hi works a lot of places, you know.
I know bon dia, I think is hello or something. Bon dia.
I know Buenos Dias, and I know Carmen Diaz.
Oh, yeah, the important thing.
Carmen Diaz. Good movie, actress. Yeah, let's see. So anyways, hi. In Portuguese, hola.
Hola.
We were both wrong.
Oh, yeah. Hola, Juliano.
So we have a thing here called canola oil. So canola oil in your language would be hi, right? There's a lot of ola in it.
It's a lot of ola.
Canola, ola. Anyway, see, it's 7 o'clock at night. It's like half an hour past my bedtime. So if I get silly, I'm tired. So I'm sleeping right now. So anyways, what we thought we would do tonight, since we're here, is we'll answer any questions anyone has and probably go over a few fun things we got going on and just chat and get to know y'all. But one thing we wanted to talk about, we like to help folks with things from time to time, answer questions. And Raluca got an interesting question on email the other day, and we're going to talk about it. It's something that's actually made me scratch my head a little bit, but it might help some of you. Go ahead with that question if you would, Luke.
Okay, so Chris asked the question having to do with past life regression. He was watching one of our videos, and he said, I was pleasantly surprised to see your video with the assessment of analytical versus non-analytical. Now, he said he's been very frustrated with people who say those who can bring into a trance are the one's fault. I guess he's trying to do past life regression, but he is very analytical, and he is wondering how to do that because he can't get into trance. So what do you think?
A shiver went down my spine. I hate the word trance.
I know, right?
Trance is so misused. I mean, you think of trance and you think of, but get the word trance out of your vocabulary first, okay? That's, something from probably the old Mesmer movies or the old scary movies, but hypnosis, okay? In hypnosis or out, or you could even say in or out of suggestion.
Yes.
There's nothing controlling you. You're not stuck. You're not in a deep trance. You're just more open to suggestion, okay? So one of the things I like to say is deeper is not better. Okay, so deeper, it doesn't, even with going into past life regression, you don't have to be really deep. Actually, the lighter stages of hypnosis are fine. So if you're analytical, I remember when I thought he was a practitioner, and I says, oh, don't worry, because most people that are analytical won't come to a past life regression session anyway. And he goes, but I want it for me. It's like, oops, that's a whole different story. But one of the first things I think of, analytical people think that they're analytical in every part of their life. You're actually analytical in some parts, not in others, okay? Analytical means you don't relax as well. Your mind is always regimented. I got to get this done. I got to get that done. If a hypnotist speaks to you, you're probably focusing on every single word he's saying, and that's fine. Whether you hear everything I say, whether you don't hear it, whether you kind of go off and come back, the same purpose is being, served, as long as you can use your imagination. So, like I said, you might be analytical in one area and not another. And matter of fact, you can be very analytical this year and very non-analytical next year. It can change depending on big things going on in your life. I mean, someone who's real non-analytical, they might have a house fire, or they might lose their job, and things make them change their way of thinking so much that they become analytical almost overnight, but not in every way. You can be analytical at work. You can be very non-analytical with your pets. So, it all different things. Meditation, some people can meditate really well, but they're analytical at work. So what I say is just let go. Practice it. Try doing it on your own if you have a tape, or go to a few places and try hypnosis for past life regression anyway. But let go, okay? Don't. Some people will try to fight it. They try to fight it because I'm analytical. I have to fight. Just let go. Use your imagination and enjoy it. Don't prejudge. Don't say, what if it does? It doesn't work. Just enjoy it. Use your imagination and let go. Now, the thing is, it might not work right away. I've had some people that tried it 7, 8, 9 times, and then finally, number 10, boom, that was the key, and they went right in there. Matter of fact, Anita, one of our friends, a student from a long time ago, I hadn't seen her for a while. She bought one of my hypnosis past life regression CDs, and she moved to Florida. She actually started a practice over there. Then she came back up here, and we saw her up in Maine at another training we were doing. She says, Rene, she says, I've been trying to past life regression, and I haven't been able to get past that door for 2 years. 2 years. What do I do? And I told her, I says, don't go past the door. Blow it up. Use your imagination. Walk right through it. Imagine there's no door there. Imagine it's hedges, and you walk right through the hedges, or a path. I never thought of that, so she tried it different. She tried, just going around the door. Make believe there's only a door and no walls. If you can't get past the door, it's of your own making. So she did that, and she was able to go right through.
Exactly. I think people get so stuck. They get so frustrated because they get so stuck at that particular level. Just like with the word trance, there's a certain kind of expectation when you say, "Oh, I want to go into trance," and then you have a certain kind of expectation of maybe what that could be. Like Anita couldn't get past the door, and she was frustrated. She couldn't even think of the simple thing of blow up the door, open the door, kick it. But people, the Hollywood and movies kind of glamorized the word trance.
Yeah.
So
ignore the movies. Just relax. And don't think there's any rules. Just relax, let go, and use your imagination. Let me answer some of these questions here. I hope that helps that question we just had.
I answered him in the email, and I kind of told the same thing. Also, practice. You got to keep practicing. And I think that the more hypnosis you do, the more towards the non-analytical side you tend to change. You tend to want to relax more.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit challenging because you're analytical and your mind likes to be kept a little busy. So you have to go slowly the other way. But that takes practice, and you have to do it.
Just like you train yourself to do better with hypnosis or meditation. And once you've been doing hypnosis for a few months, you're going to go there a lot quicker.
Exactly.
Let's see. Giuliano, Rene, nowadays how important NLP is in hypnosis sessions. Well, Giuliano, we teach a hypnosis certification course. She keeps on pointing because I don't look at the microphone. I look at me, so it looks like I'm looking at my feet. But we teach a hypnosis certification course that covers pretty much everything. Now, we don't separate NLP, because NLP is hypnosis, basically. It's
the same.
It's an offshoot of it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of NLP in hypnosis. So how important is it? Do whatever you feel is important. I mean, you don't need any tricks or techniques. I think people try to get too sophisticated with hypnosis. They try to do all these fancy things because they speak to so many other hypnotists. Let's go back to the basics. What would you say to a 5-year-old child if you wanted them to change? Because the subconscious mind is like a 5-year-old. You're not going to get into all these fancy tests and this and that because they're going to be like, huh? So if they want to stop biting their nails, close your eyes, relax. Imagine your fingernails the way you want them to be. Imagine them beautiful right now, grown out. Imagine what they look like if you could paint them just the way you want. Those are your nails from this point forward. You see how I gave you all the suggestions? Is there NLP? Is there not NLP? Doesn't matter. Just give them positive suggestions. Now, if there's some extra things you want to do, go ahead. If you don't want to have them close their eyes, you can hypnotize them, give them suggestions with their eyes open. In fact, here's a bombshell. Ready? All of you folks watching, so right now we have 13 people watching. You're all in hypnosis. Ha ha! Because if you are accepting what I'm saying as I'm saying it to you and you're not going la 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 fighting me, that's the definition of hypnosis. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't need a trance. You just need to be open to suggestion. I was on a treadmill once at the gym, walking in cadence and just getting to the groove, and I experienced a past life regression while I was walking on the treadmill with my eyes open. Open, close, it doesn't matter. It depends if you can let yourself go. It's a little lesson for you.
Now, on the other hand,
come out of hypnosis now.
On the other hand, I mean, the more tricks in the bag, the better. But actually, NLP was developed by Richard Bandler and Grinder, and they were even said it's an offshoot of Ericksonian hypnosis. They studied, so they introduced NLP. But if you look at the techniques, and you can analyze some of those techniques that they teach, but eventually you'll realize they're really blended with hypnosis.
Good. Oh, we got a lot of good questions coming up here. Ha! It's going to be fun. Let's see. What's your favorite analytical vehicle, Tony? Hi, Tony. Geronimo. And you guys got to let me know where you're from if you haven't yet. What's your favorite analytical vehicle? My favorite analytical vehicle would be a GMC pickup. Oh, not that kind of vehicle.
Not that kind.
Okay.
I don't think he's talking about that.
I actually like the whiteboard induction. Okay, imagine yourself writing the letter. What is it? I haven't used it in a while. I just give suggestions. But imagine yourself drawing a circle in the middle of the whiteboard. See, my whiteboard's there, so I got to go in the middle of the whiteboard.
Yeah.
And in the side, draw the number 99 and erase it. Then 98. Don't touch the outside of the circle. And erase it. 97. And when I tell you to go, I want you to continue with 96 and erase it. Get rid of all the smudges and 95 and continue doing that until you're done. Then you can just sit there and listen to me. I'll be speaking while you're doing it and you'll be hearing me, but I'm speaking directly to your subconscious mind, which always hears and always pays attention. Your job is going to be to draw the numbers and erase them until you get down. So let's go ahead and do it. Start with 90, whatever we're up to, 96.
Well, I think there's the 95. Alphabet too. There's
then
one with the
alphabet. There's so many different ones, but I like that one because they have a job to do and I'm doing it. Think of it, analytical. It's kind of like you're doing your taxes and I'm having a conversation with you at the same time. You got to let go of one or the other because it's hard for the conscious mind to do two things at once. That's the whole idea. The subconscious, though, is unlimited and can do multiple things at once.
Any analytical vehicle would work as long as not too complicated. Well, it depends on how analytical the person is, but the main point is to keep their minds busy while you give them the suggestions.
Great. And let's see, we have, I hope I don't mess up your name, Itaki Hitchum. and says, I'm a hypnotist. Welcome. Glad you're here. Where are you from? We want to know where you're from. And Matthew asks, Matthew Conrad, can adults with ADD get hypnotized? Well, Matthew, my personal feeling is anyone who can understand the language without resisting it can be hypnotized. I've hypnotized people that didn't even, actually some of them that didn't even speak the language, just very little, because to know another language, even if you know it briefly, let's say you know 100 words that you could say, you probably know 1,000 subconsciously. So they didn't understand me that well, but once they got into hypnosis, it was amazing how much they understood me. Then they came out of hypnosis and it was like, again, okay. I've hypnotized children. I've hypnotized handicapped people, Down syndrome. So if they can understand you, so bottom line is try it. See how much they can understand. Let's see, who? I want to learn hypnotherapy. Well, you're at the right place, Itaki. You'll see the link below this video afterwards when I go, and I'll put a link to our home study course. When just starting, how do you find people to practice with to become proficient? Now, John, you meaning when just starting like in a course for you to practice on without paying, or are you talking about your first clients? Well, actually, if you're a graduate of ours, we have a whole marketing thing in our AIA benefit package that shows you how to get clients to actually, so yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
We're back.
We just froze for a second and we're back. So for practice, a few things you can do. I usually tell people to practice on your friends, your family. If you have people, from your church, and let them know, hey, I just want to practice. It's not going to hurt. It's just going to be relaxing with me talking to you.
Keep in mind, though, the friends and family will be the hardest to hypnotize.
Yeah, because they still look at you as whatever you did before rather than a hypnotist.
Yeah.
Now, some people say, well, I have no friends, no family, and the thing is, you just want to know what it sounds like. I mean, if you can read the scripts, you're given the lesson on how and training how to do hypnosis, you put these steps together, you get it. But you want to make sure, you want to practice, make sure you're not going too fast, too slow. So do it on your computer, okay? Actually, as if you're hypnotizing yourself, and record your own voice, either on your computer or a digital recorder. And then take that recorder, play it back. I've done it on the cell phone a few times. And play it back to yourself. Close your eyes, and how do you feel? Did you feel relaxed? Were you able to follow with the suggestions? Did you give yourself enough time? That's a great way. Even if you are practicing on somebody else, I would still suggest that you record it and practicing on yourself. You only need to practice a couple times to become proficient with this enough to be able to, if you've gotten a good training course, to be able to start a business and do it on others. Let's see.
We say that in hypnosis there's no such a thing as going too slow, but you can go fast. If you go fast, you're going to frustrate the client. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Don't go fast. Take your time. But don't go as slow as the molasses, because then if you have an analytical client, there's a double-edged sword over there. You run into boring, that analytical client. So just kind of find a happy medium, and you should be good. Take a look at some of our sessions online, and you'll see the kind of pace you got to go to.
And if you see me keep on looking over here, it's not that I'm looking out the window. This is where the comments are. They're right over there.
Are you seeing birds?
Yeah. I'm easily distracted.
Ooh, sparkles.
Ooh, a squirrel. Okay. Let's see. Could you give me any good tips for doing hypnosis to a group, Sandy says. Yes, I could. Next. My tip would be do it. Sandy, I don't know what kind of, if you want to do smoking, weight loss, past life regression, groups are actually a lot easier to do than individual sessions. And they're actually quicker too, because you don't do a depth test. You do your induction, your deepener, your suggestions, and your awakening. You don't do a depth test because everyone's different.
And most of the time the session you do is non-analytical, because most of the people who would come to a group session, most of them, not all of them, will be non-analytical. But what do you mean? Like, do you have a more detailed question about?
Well, I have an answer for that, though.
Yeah.
Sandy, if you want to know exactly, And this is a freebie for everyone. I know you're all listening. Everybody but Sandy, close your ears. Okay, Sandy, if you want to know exactly how I do my group sessions for weight loss, smoking, and past life regression, go to our site, download our free hypnosis manual, the 446-page manual. It's free.
Yeah.
And in there, go to the group section, the group section. There's a section on group sessions. And all the scripts that I personally use are there. Every single one of them. It tells you how to set up the room. It tells you how to, what order to say them in. Everything about group sessions is in there. That's what we teach in our class. So you get it all free right there. Shh, don't tell anybody. So thousands of people are going to be seeing this later.
Except the whole internet, yeah.
It'd just be between Raluca and I and you and the internet, okay?
Yeah.
So that should help out. Let's see. Thank you so much for your answer, Giuliano. You're welcome. P.S. Rene, your book, Everything, is the very best book about self-hypnosis.
Oh, everything self-hypnosis.
Everything Giuliano, I've written right around 60 books so far, and that was the first one I ever wrote. They actually taught me how to write. That was for the...
Does it mean the Everything Company book? Or?
You're talking about the Everything Self-Hypnosis? Because actually, Everything Self-Hypnosis book, Everything Self-Hypnosis book was by the Everything Company.
Yeah.
And they have everything quilting, everything cooking, everything. So they called me to ask, quit moving my hand, I might go like this. I usually go, hi guys!
Hi! Bye!
They actually contracted me to write a book for them because they had, I think it was a couple doctors supposed to be writing a book and they backed out at the last minute.
Yeah.
And they were on deadline. And they asked me to write it. And I said, okay, it was the first book I ever wrote. And they sent me the rules of how you had to do it. And it was like, oh my God. And
thank you. Yeah, that was very good. It's a very good book.
But by learning that, it taught me how to write books a lot better. Matter of fact, we've even created a course on how to write books.
We've learned a lot from working with the editors and the people there.
But thanks. I'm glad you liked the book. Let's see. I use hypnosis this is Hitcham. I use hypnosis to help Child Protection Center to relax and relieve stress. I'm from Morocco. Thank you for the live chat. Well, thank you for coming.
That's very nice.
And Evoke is from Sri Lanka. I have no idea what that is. I've heard of it many times, but I couldn't point it out on a map. Where's Sri Lanka? In the Caribbean?
Pull up the map later.
It sounds very like warm and tropical, and
yeah.
They must have those like drinks with all the different colors and the umbrellas coming out with the fruit. I want one of those now. You got one? Okay, we'll have to go out. We'll have to go out to Sri Lanka or us. Let's see, John just completed the course and would like to practice on live people. There you go. Do it. That's my advice. Do it. Do it now. And please don't discount yourself or your services. Whether you're brand new, whether you've been doing it for 5 years, you're going to do the session the same way. You might be nervous, but they don't know you are. So charge full price because you're worth full. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to do it on a discount at first. Well, if you're not worth a lot, if you don't charge a lot, people are going to think that it's not a very good session. You compare two hypnotherapists, one of them's doing it for, my hands are going, but I have to right now.
Okay.
One of it doing for, I'm going to put this one over here, $50 a session, the other one $200 a session, and they have the exact same quality. The $200 a session is going to be more successful because people think it's worth more than the $50. Good example, you want to quit smoking. What was that just went away? Did you see that? Something just popped out of there.
I'm not sure.
Something just went away. You want to quit smoking, and you have a pack of cigarettes in your pocket the next day, and you say, I'm going to have a cigarette. You reach for it, and it says, ooh, that's $200. I think I'll try a little harder. But if you say, ooh, that's $50, $50 is only 5 packs of cigarettes right today, so you might try it. So don't discount yourself. Let's see. Bye, friends. Bye. Come back again. Let's see. Kimberly, hello from Western Mass. Oh, we know what that is.
Yeah.
Western Mass. Recording is a great suggestion. Yeah, it works great.
It's a good one.
Yeah. And hi, Ryan. Ryan Hunter. Where you from, Ryan? And Kimberly, I've spread the word to the family and friends, hand out cards, and have an ad in the paper for 7 weeks now, and not one call. You can't give up. It's sometimes you get a lot of them. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I've had weeks where I had 10, 11 sessions. I've had some weeks where I had one. You got to keep on going. Remember that basically everybody is a client in our AIA. The marketing thing, one of the first things we teach you is your 200 people in your influence of friends, or circle of influence, we call it. Everyone from the baker, the bus driver, the candle shoemaker. Isn't that a song? The baker, the candle shoemaker. Anyways, give all of them a card. What I started to do when I opened an office, I made a little packet, and it shows that in that course also. And I pack it with a business card and brochure and some like coupons, discount towards smoking. And I went around, starting right from the office in a circle, getting bigger and bigger to every single business. And not marketing, okay? You don't want to go in as a marketer, but I go in and give them a free gift. And it said free gift on the outside, which was 1 session off on a 4-session quit smoking program. I just walk in and say, "Hi, I'm Rene. I just opened the office down the street, shake their hand. As a hypnotist, I just wanted to introduce myself and give you a free gift. Bye-bye." And I walk out. And I kept on doing that, getting bigger and bigger and bigger in circles. And I'd say at least 50% of the time, if not more, they'd stop you and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hypnosis? Does that work? Can I talk to you about it?" You see what I mean? It starts a lot of conversations. But yeah, I'd like to say they're going to be beating down your door as soon as you graduate, but you're number 1 a marketer, number 2 a hypnotist. You're probably going to need to spend about 80% of your time marketing to start out. Hypnosis is the easy part.
Yeah.
Okay. And remember, a lot of people would like to start out just doing free stuff, but you gotta. And I invested 40% of my income when I started in advertising. Back then, it was Yellow Pages. I was in every Yellow Page from Portland, Maine, down to Massachusetts, along the coast, and I had block ads in every one. It was like $800 a month, but that's what it took to get me going. So the Yellow Pages. Now today, of course, it's the internet. You want to get on. What is it? YouTube, local, not YouTube, Yahoo local, Google local. There's magazines you can get in, but like I said, we have all kinds of. I don't want to tell you everything that's in the marketing thing, because then you won't sign up for it.
But keep in mind that Google and YouTube are the biggest search engines in the world. So do a little bit of research of that. For example, when I had my office in Philadelphia, I handed out papers on the street because it's a big city. So I sat in Center City and handed out my brochures and my business cards for weeks. And I didn't get much from that. So that was, you have to work at your marketing and see what actually works and what doesn't. If something doesn't work, then just quit with that, try something else.
Yeah.
Always evolve. For example, for a local business, you should definitely open an Instagram account. You would be surprised how many people look on Google and how much in search engines, YouTube videos and Instagram pages pop up when people do searches. People will do searches online for local businesses. So you have to be, even if you don't have a website, open an account on Instagram or do something online so they can find you that way.
I remember when I started, I used to go to these breakfast business meetings. I joined the Chamber of Commerce. I did tons of public speaking, all the free clubs there. I called them the animal clubs. There was the wolf, the lions, the moose, all the animal clubs, and they let me do a talk for them because they're always looking for a speaker every month. And so I do a talk, do a group demonstration, and you get people. I went to one breakfast club. They invited me to another one. Write down these letters, BNI, Business Network International. They're always doing breakfast meetings, and it's with small business people. They give them all a minute to talk to, a few minutes to talk about what they do, go around the table, and everyone's interested when you say hypnosis. Of course, I'd say, "Hi, I'm Rene with the American School of Hypnosis. Let's do this little test. Take your hands," and I do the finger test, and people would be like, "Whoa!" You can't do that if you're a carpenter, Let's see.
But always stay on top of the newest marketing. Always learn. Go get a book from Amazon. they have a section of bestsellers for the best marketing techniques. Cash advertising is a good one, still on a bestseller list. Always have to learn marketing. Otherwise, you're not a hypnotist for 7 weeks. You're a hypnotist because you have a passion for it, so therefore you have to learn how to market yourself.
Now, John just brought something up here. Okay,
what?
But before him is Ray Hunter, Decatur, Alabama. That's getting a little distance. But John says, Philly, that's where I was from. Go Eagles. Philly is where Raluca and I moved to once we, actually, when you started hypnosis, we went down to Philly. She had an office in Center City, Philly, and I had one in, what was that town?
Bensalem.
Above, north of Philly.
Bensalem, yeah.
We lived in
I
North
like that
Park.
area. Yeah.
But here's what we did. She was downtown, like I said, handing out notes to everyone, trying to get them to come. And it was tough for her, Even the one cop saw her on the side of the road one day. He goes, "Why are you so sad?
Yes.
Would you take one of these, please?" It was tough.
And there were a lot of doctors there. They were taking my cards, but man, no one came.
So then we got the bright idea of, how when you go down the main drag in Philly by the stadium, there's all these billboards, and Phil, if you're from there, John, tell me if you've ever seen one with a big bright yellow one with a stopwatch going across it saying American School of Hypnosis. Mine. I decided, let's get a billboard. We rented a 20-foot by 60-foot billboard, big thing on the right side, going down towards the stadium, not too far up from it. And it was expensive. Okay, so we had that for about 2 years. It's a huge fluorescent yellow billboard, American School of Hypnosis. And we thought that the phones would ring and we'd have people lined up. I don't think we even got a phone call for about 2 months.
Yeah.
And it was like, where'd you get your billboard?
Where's the billboard? Better yet said, but yeah.
But see, now, so don't make a mistake of doing something that big. That's called branding, not normal advertising.
Yeah.
You want to go person to person. Now, if you have branding like that, like Coca-Cola does that and all those big guys, the thing is when somebody wants hypnosis, they think, oh, there's that billboard. That's where that comes in. But they got to want it first, and then they remember it. Mm-hmm. We had a hypnosis van with our advertising on the side of the van. We had it everywhere. So, okay, so enough said about that.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? The mind-bending mentalist. Oh, wait, he's hurting. Oh, stop it. Get out of my head. Huh, I like that name, mind-bending hypnotist.
I saw that. What did you see?
But you already know how I am. You were in my head.
You gotta look at the people.
But I'm doing great. Oh, I'm looking at the note.
Oh.
I will not look in your eyes. Okay. And let's see. What's an energy vampire? You gotta watch the video to see what the energy vampire is.
Interview with a vampire.
No, we have one of our, actually it's one of our most popular videos.
I know, yes.
Is about the energy vampire, how they zap your energy because of their negativity. But there's a lot of different kinds, and that video shows you all the different kinds of energy vampires and how to deal with them.
Yes, very complex.
But you gotta go online and punch in energy vampire and you'll learn. Okay. Is this the good side of YouTube? Of course it is. This is the good side. This is the bad side. This is the good side. This is the bad side. Let's see. I saw that. Kimberly, thank you so much. I love your videos. Thanks. We love to do them for you. Let's see. Never saw the billboard, but actually lived in Bensalem off Street Road. Actually, wasn't that the road we were on? Was Street Road? It's been many, many years. No, it was near there, because I used to always laugh at that. Why would they call it Street Road? Like Avenue Street, It's like, it really, was it a street or a road? Yeah, it was.
No, we actually, did we live in,
No.
We lived in Philly.
In Bensalem, the office was on a main drag.
Yeah, but I don't remember the street. Yeah. In Philly, we lived on Roosevelt Boulevard.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. Big city, though.
Biggest thing I remember about it was Route 1 had these little stoplights with cameras. And if you ran the stop sign, $100. And that was our welcome to Philadelphia. We had just gotten there, and what, about a week later, we get an envelope
A ticket in the mail.
a ticket with a picture of our car in the front and the back. And I called them. I said, "What's this all about? I never heard of such a thing." And the lady said, "Welcome to Philadelphia." So they said, "Welcome me by sending me 2 pictures of my car with me in it." Let's see. What do you guys do? What do? We are the founders of the American School of Hypnosis. Go below. All kinds of links. Well, there will be below the video. We just put the video up, but afterwards we'll have the links. All our other videos talk all about it. We have hundreds of videos online, but we teach people how to do hypnosis.
So welcome to our channel.
Yeah, welcome. And Peggy Lynn, sorry I'm late. Well, you're gonna pay. We'll let it slide this time, but don't you ever do it again. Welcome, Peggy. So where are you from, Peggy? What state? I want to know where you is. But anyways, wow, look at that. We got caught up with questions.
I just want to say one more thing to Kimberly. You will get there. Yes, you will. You have to keep doing it. And I had my office in Philadelphia on the 12th Street gym. And there were a lot of people there. I had my cards everywhere. It was hard in the beginning. But after a while, people started to show up. Word of mouth was starting to spread. And I had wait lists. So you will get there. You got to keep pressing.
Okay, Ryan Hunter. People get defensive when I ask them if I can hypnotize them. But I build rapport, and I'm a pretty charming guy. I think, LOL. What should I do if this keeps happening? Now, if you ask people to hypnotize them, I guess I'm not knowing what you're doing. You're talking about for practice, or because people usually come to you and say, "I want you to hypnotize me," and they're really usually desperate because they need help. Because people always seem to choose a hypnotist as a last resort, like smoking. They try the gums, they try the patches, they tried everything, and it's like, oh, will you help me? That's why they try a little harder. So let me know what you mean about that you ask them. Muse, does it help to use memorization skills for math equations, like setting the steps of the problem down? Hypnosis can help with memorization skills. Matter of fact, go to our YouTube site. YouTube's channel, we call it site, YouTube channel, and punch in the word memory. We actually have a memory video. It's not really a session, you don't really, but it's a technique that we use to help people to enhance their memory. Matter of fact, you'll find just by doing it, I do a test where I have you memorize a bunch of things, was 10 or 20 things. You do the test first without this technique, then you use it after. And very quick, you can program your mind to memorize a lot of things. Matter of fact, I spent a couple hours working on it one night, walking through a town with my daughter, high school daughter, and memorized 400 definitions on government. And after 2 hours of programming it, she was able to recite each one of them in order, backwards. And when I say, what's 300, what's 220, she just spit them right out, aced the test. It's pretty amazing what you can do. But yeah, hypnosis will help. There's techniques, because anything you can do normally, you can do better with hypnosis. Hypnosis will enhance anything that you can normally do. Question, is it okay to do hypnosis to a kid with autism? Well, that depends. Is it a client? Is it a family member? If it was my own family member, I would definitely try it on any one of my kids, no matter what they had. If it's a client, again, not knowing the child, it would be really tough. You need the parent's permission. I would definitely get the approval of a medical practitioner, because now you're getting into something that there's liability issues. So you tell them you'll do your best. Again, not knowing the child, what they know, how their mind is, I think it could help them, but not everyone's the same. So if you get the permission of the parents and get the permissions of the doctor, have them sign a waiver, try it, see what happens. My question is, if you don't have a waiver signed and you're charging them $200 and you do it and it wasn't satisfactory, they're going to come back after you. But again, I don't know. Everyone is different. I think it would help, but watch liability. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, that's interesting. Just like oops, it's going, things moving so fast I can't read what it's saying. Just like new people, you meet like street hypnosis. Okay. Even with, Ryan, even with street hypnosis, I've done street hypnosis quite a bit. I've done stage hypnosis for a theme park up here for many years. Even on the street hypnosis videos you see, you don't just go up to people and do hypnosis. That's not what they're doing. You're not seeing the behind the scenes where they went up and they spoke to them and they prepared them. Then the camera started, okay? But you want to get the okay for it first. Sometimes I even test them to make sure they're non-analytical by doing some suggestibility tests. Then you go up and do it. So you always have permission. But yeah, they're gonna be hesitant because they don't know you from Adam. When you say, "Hey, I'm a hypnotist," I think you're gonna make them act like a chicken. And if you're a street hypnotist, you probably are gonna make them act like a chicken. Okay, so it's hard to get rid of the leeriness, but you want to prepare it first. Okay, Diane. Hi, Diane. Let's see. What first of all was new age walking. The parents want it. Yeah, see, it's kind of tough, especially if you don't have a medical or a mental health degree, you really shouldn't be doing clinical hypnosis. Or in a lot of states, they won't allow you to, but that's what you got to really watch. I would always, have them check with the doctor, and I'd get some kind of release signed with the doctor if the doctor says it's okay for you to do it. An example, we were teaching a 6-day certification class in Jacksonville, Florida one year. And we made friends with the desk clerk. And her husband just had a really bad accident with his hand and an operation, and he couldn't move his fingers. And she says, "Can you help him?" And we were doing some practice sessions, and I was like, "Sure, bring him in. I'll take care of it." I have the confidence that I can help pretty much anything. So then Raluca kind of nudges me like she does. We're in Florida. Oops, Florida is a place where unless you have a medical or a mental health degree, you cannot call yourself a hypnotherapist or do anything clinical. You can do smoking, weight loss, stress, but not these kind of things without a doctor's permission. So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't." But if we went across the border to Georgia, I could.
I believe we did ask for his doctor's permission. And
yeah, we did, and the
want...
next day she said no. So, liability, I'm not going to do that. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Diane, I'm getting back to you. I didn't forget you. Okay. I tried to get a friend to stop smoking over the phone. It was a disaster. She would go to call her car to be alone, and people would bang on the window. Disaster. Any tips? Okay.
You were doing you had her be in the car while you're doing the phone hypnosis?
Yeah, she did it over the phone. Well, yeah. I would have her, if you're going to do it over the phone, have her do it in her house where she's not going to be disturbed. Yeah. I mean, you can't help, unless you had the cone of silence or some kind of force field around the car. Yeah, people are going to probably bang on it. Are you okay? You want me to crack the window? You have air in there?
No, I did a lot of phone hypnosis sessions, and I tell you, first of all, headset, and where I had them wear headset. Second, nobody in the room. Not dogs, not other people. No, otherwise it's just, you're going to waste your friend's time and not going to work.
Yeah. So I would try it someplace else. Have her try it at home, okay? New Age Walking, you're welcome. And Ryan, people in general, here we go. Okay, no offense, Ryan, we hear this a lot.
Yes.
People in general in Alabama are not too keen on hypnosis. They say it's against Christianity and the other religious beliefs. Okay? Wrong. Okay. I have hypnotized many Christians. I have taught many ministers from places like that, Alabama, the Bible Belts, Kentucky, Arkansas, because once they understand what hypnosis is, they're going to find out the biggest places hypnosis is used. Number 1 is in marketing. Number 2 is in religion.
Yeah, but his clients don't know though.
Yeah, but once they understand it's not against anyone's religion. Matter of fact, we have a video talking about it. Go see the video. Matter of fact, I think the title is "Hypnosis Will Make You Burn in Hell." I got a lot of comments off that. But it's just showing the misconceptions people have about hypnosis. One of the earliest forms of hypnosis is getting a suggestion across through using stories, metaphors, parables. Ooh, parables. So this person that everyone's aware of, okay, there's a book called the Bible written about him, who teaches in parables. That's one of the earliest forms of hypnosis. Okay, so hypnosis is being used in church all the time when they're giving their sermons. That's getting suggestion across by talking about Joe who used to beat on his wife and now things are better. He's telling that story to get things across to you so you don't beat on your wife. All the parables, a parable about the tares, a parable about the prodigal son. That's all hypnotic messages for people to learn from. Okay, so it's not against anyone's religion, but they feel like that. But I see that all over the country. And
but then again, people don't really understand what hypnosis is. People, especially strangers on the street, you say, because of how glamorized the trance and all this mesmer stuff is on television, they think, oh, I actually had a co-worker when I used to work at a very famous restaurant. I told her at one point that I want to start hypnosis, and my husband is doing hypnosis, and I want to be in it, and I kid you not, she would not talk to me anymore. Yeah. And I said, I one time I said, hey, how you doing? I touched her. She was like, pulled away from me, like I was, like it was absolutely. I was baffled by her reaction. She just clearly doesn't understand what hypnosis is. She says, oh, I saw that hypnosis stuff. I saw what they do on TV.
Yeah. One hypnosis office I opened on Main Street in Sanford. It was actually a pharmacy that went out of business, so I rented the whole pharmacy. And right beside it was St. Ignatius Church. So it was one of the biggest churches in the city. And on Sunday or Saturday night, if I happened to be in the office, people would come out of church, they'd walk down the sidewalk, they had to get by, walk by my building, they would cross the street, and you see the old ladies pointing and talking, and they'd scurry really fast walking by my office, and because I had these big 10-foot picture windows, and they'd look in at me. Sometimes I'd be at the desk, and they'd look at me, and I'd go, and they'd run really fast, But again, the whole idea of religion is, what is prejudice? Prejudice is being afraid of something you don't understand. So they don't understand it, they fear it. And that's with anything. Anything you don't understand, you're afraid of. So eventually, things are getting a lot better. Now hypnosis is being accepted in hospitals. Years ago, it was like, get away from me. But now a lot of hospitals will have hypnotists on their staff. So it changes. So don't worry about that. Okay, let's go on. How much is it to be certified through you all? Ryan, it all depends how much money you got. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, you're scaring people away.
I said it's late. We actually have a home study course.
Oh, we've been on for about an hour.
Yeah, we have a link below on a home study course, but it all depends. You want to be taught live. Normally, Raluca and I don't teach the live classes because we run the association and we're very busy doing that and writing books. But this year, we're coming out of our self-imposed retirement. And in October, we are doing...
retired? Who's retired? Are you kidding me?
I go fishing all the time.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyways, we're going to be doing our first hypnosis certification class trained by us up here in Saco, Maine, October 7 to 12, I think it is. So it'll be a 6-day training in Saco. And if you go on our webpage or on our What's New page or on any of our pages, our store, you're going to see a big banner talking about it. But that's the live class, and I'm going to have you go look at that because we have a huge discount on that. Or you can get our home study course, which is I believe it's $3.99. And it's the exact same class as the live class, same curriculum, same benefits, same everything. It's just that the live one, you get to practice on people. So we'll have the links for that, links for all our web pages and all that stuff below this video. Give it about a half an hour after it's done because we just came on with a video and wanted to make sure it worked before we put all the links below. All our other videos do have the links though. Or you just go to americanschoolofhypnosis.com and you'll find it all there. You can get our free hypnosis manual, which is the curriculum we teach from. You can download it right now, and it'll tell you all about the courses and our stores and all that stuff.
The home study, we do the home study courses too. If that doesn't work, the live ones don't work for you.
Yep. Let's see. Let me read some more of these. I'm reading slow.
Oh, Diane says she would break from work and go there to be alone.
Okay.
If she can be alone without being bothered, that would work, but in a car, I would say it would be difficult.
Raluca's hypnotized people from their office at work.
I had a hard time with some of them who are at office, and actually I hypnotized this guy Yes, I remember this man. He had people coming in and out all the time, and I said, "This isn't gonna work out. We're gonna have to find
Yeah.
a different location."
I had one. She was a secretary, and I'd be hypnotizing her, and all of a sudden,
yes.
oh, hello, and she'd say the name of the business. Oh, I'm back. And oh, hello. After about the third time, I said, this isn't gonna work. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. If she can't be, she can be alone, not disturbed, then that would work. But maybe try in another place. If that doesn't work.
Kimberly, good night, Kimberly. She's leaving.
Yeah.
And let's see, Ryan, 100% agree with you, but they get defensive and look at me like I'm performing voodoo. The voodoo that you do.
Yeah.
So just go like this. But those are the people that wouldn't be coming to see you as clients anyway. There's a lot of open-minded people that will come see you. Even in the Bible Belt, some of the best practices over there. When I was in Sanford, like I said, right beside that church, I mean, that was a really good business for me.
But for street hypnosis, though, people, you have to choose.
Yeah,
people.
street hypnosis, you're going to want to get away from that.
I don't know, maybe find another location.
Dress up like a minister. Yeah, they'll think you're some kind of reincarnated. But okay, with that, it is 7:51. We've been on here about 51 minutes longer than we thought.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let you folks go, and we're gonna have some links below. And remember, we have the live course coming on. Oh, we also wanted to let you know that we are nearing 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Woohoo! And we're gonna have some kind of a celebration or something. So if you have any ideas of what we can do, leave them in the comments below, because we're trying to figure out what can we do cool on our 10,000 subscriber video. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do it. We're going to be doing more live things. And when you subscribe, hit that little bell, and that will notify you when we're coming on live. Because a lot of times we do like we do right now. We just come on and don't warn anybody. And a few other things I wanted to tell you real quick. For those of you that want to chat and meet other hypnotherapists and even talk to each other and talk to us, we're quite often on our AIA Hypnosis and Self-Help Forum. Okay, so go to our site. You can join the forum. There's a link. There'll be a link below this video. It's free to join. You come in and you chat with a bunch of like-minded people. You ask questions, have fun. Whenever we have sales or programs, you always get sneak peeks there first, so it's a fun place to be. So AIA Forum, go ahead and join it. And with that, let's see. Oh, but not a questions are coming in, huh? Okay. Let's see, Connie. I had one of the girls in my real estate class say that hypnosis was for the devil. She is a very negative person, so I let her know that I was a hypnotist, so she would leave me alone. There you go.
Oh my God.
I like that, Connie.
I gotta keep that in mind.
I'm gonna have to bring that up in one of my next videos. Okay. Yeah. I've looked people in the face like that. Just some people won't even look you in the eye, so you stare at them when you want them to leave. Instead of calling it hypnosis, guided imagery, or meditation sessions. Yeah, I've called it guided imagery sessions. They don't have to close their eyes even. They can keep their eyes open. But bye-bye. Have a wonderful night. You too. Thank you,
You
Diane.
too. Thanks for joining us, Connie.
I actually got a notification from this, Diane. Yeah, because we did, actually, this one here, we pre-programmed it. That was another thing we're testing to see how it did. So people that are subscribed got a notification. But we'd like to thank you all for being part of our community. And it's for you people that make us successful. And we really appreciate all of you. So go ahead and click on that subscribe. I'm waiting right now. It's right down below there. Can you see it? Subscribe. Click on that, hit the bell, and we will catch you soon. Now I'm just trying to find out what button I have to hit to close this. So you all have a great night, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.